Hey, everybody, can you take a mega blog post on different kinds of wicker chairs and the weaving that goes into them and turn it into courses and a membership site that'll serve a really passionate niche? We're going to answer that question in just a moment. Welcome, everyone, to episode 102 of the Content Profit Show. And all this month, we're celebrating the 100 episodes, so you'll keep getting more about that. In fact, if you want to go look at the one we did at celebration, it's jeffherring.com/e100, the number 100, the number 100. All right. So, as always, appreciate you guys making this show what it's become. So thanks. The 100 episodes, I think that pretty much covers the announcements. So let's introduce our guest today, Cathryn Peters. She is the creative founder of, I love this title, The Wicker Woman. So welcome, Cathryn.
Thank you, Jeff. Nice to be here.
I'm so glad you're here. We're going to have some fun. Now, tell us a little bit about, you told me before we went on that your mother-in-law bribed you into this niche.
She did. In 1975, I had my son, the first of two kids, and my mother-in-law thought I needed a little bit more to keep myself busy, other than taking care of my son and my husband. So she brought over a chair frame and the materials, paper rush materials, and a magazine article. And she thought I needed to learn how to do this. And she thought I would really like it. And, you know, she was right. She bribed me with a walnut drop leaf table. She said, if you do this piercing for me, I'll give you this table. And it was a great thing because we were eating off of a card table at the time. So that's how I got started. My mother-in-law bribed me to get into the business, and I really liked it. And eventually I went on to do not only rush, but hand-twisted cattail leaf rush, and also Victorian furniture, wicker furniture, and various kinds of seat weaving techniques.
Very cool. And that's turned into wickerwoman.com and the whole niche.
Right.
I love that. I love that. So what's your dream with this?
Well, I would like to, I'm no longer doing the day-to-day wicker restoration and chair caning, but I've changed over to more of a consultation, and I'd also like to get a membership going and some courses.
Okay. Sounds great. That's a lot of what we'll do today. And as I've started saying to folks, what excites me about doing this with people is that you're never going to be with somebody who's more dedicated to you profiting with your niche than me. That's what I love. That's what I enjoy doing so much. And it's just because I get to have the advantage of, I get to help other people. And it's a cool way to go. So let's take a look at your article. I called it a mega blog post because it's a big one. And that's a good thing. Here we go. Whoops, already got it up there, so I got to go here. There we go. Let me go over there so I can see it close up. Now, there's a lot in this one. And what we're focused on are these 7 most common types of chair seat weaving patterns. Now, folks, for everybody listening, whether live or on a replay, I want you to think about niches, okay? And the further you drill down in a niche, the better you're going to do. So let's take, household furniture, okay? And then drill it down to seating, and then drill it down to, wicker, and then and then these 7 things. Oh my goodness, what do we got? Traditional hole-to-hole, pressed cane, wide bending cane, natural hand. See, I didn't know there was all this stuff. Man-made pepper fiber brush. Woo.
Pepper fiber. Yeah. Jeff, most people call all of this chair caning. But
Okay.
chair caning is only one of the many kinds of seat weaving that there are.
Okay.
Chair caning is only one kind. And then there's all these other kinds, because it goes by the technique of the weaving and also the weaving material.
I love it. I love it. So let's build this out. Let's take these 7 things and build something out. We talked about courses and memberships, and you just mentioned that too. Calling it Cathryn's New Content Empire, the mega blog post on Wicker Types. Lots of ways to get traffic: Medium, email, newsletters, and we talked about having one of those, webinars, the socials, Substack, all of that. Okay. Now, we're going to do 2 things today because you're looking at both, and I think this lends itself to both. And folks, the reason I called them several back pocket courses is when we were talking, Cathryn said she's got a whole lot of courses in her back pocket, which some of them are done and ready to go, or almost ready to go, or some of them are in her head. And that's a good thing to have because when I get a lot of speaking or when I do speaker training, I talk about you need to have your stand-up 5. Okay, 5 talks you could give right now. Stand up and give, because what that does is I've presented or been attending. I've attended so many internet marketing workshops where a speaker flakes and just leaves or doesn't show, and there's an hour to fill. And because of my my back pocket 5, I'm able to step in and just do that live. And cool to have those courses. And we're going to look at the membership now and back up to some courses too, because recently we did something called I think on the last episode we repurposed a brochure into a topic sliced membership, and we're going to talk about topic sliced membership for you today. What that means is, well, let me just ask you, under the heading of Wicker Woman, okay,
Mm-hmm.
How many can you come up with 3 topics off the top of your head?
Oh yeah, easily.
What are they?
How to cane a chair. How to well, I can do how to do the seat weaving. Also, how to set up your business. I can also talk about giving demonstrations and showing other people how to do things, teaching classes, all kinds of topics I could talk about.
That's more than 3. So there you go.
Yeah.
Topic slicing means taking a niche and coming up with small topics
Mm-hmm.
people love. An example I gave that you'll understand, because we were talking about the days of easing articles earlier. I used to bug Chris Knight because I was coming out of the relationship coaching world, and he had relationships under news and society. I kept saying, Chris, relationships need its own niche, right? And so finally, I got to him, and then he said, "Okay, Jeff, you got to come up with all the subtopics." Like, oh crap, which I did, and then asked my list, what am I missing here? And so that's an example of topic slicing. Another one is a guy. I ought to get connected to this guy because I make an example of his website all the time. It's called askthebuilder.com. And basically he builds homes, but he's taken every topic and sliced it all up. Like I think there's like a dozen videos on building a roof, taking care of a roof. We also talked about, and this is both for you, Cathryn, and for everybody, doing this in a way that does not take a lot of your time, right?
Yeah.
And I call that service delivery time. And I learned the hard way because, I probably didn't have a successful membership until the first one, the big one. But the smaller ones, it took 3 or 4 opportunities, tries. And the one that had a bizarre name, Article Marketing Teleseminar Club. But we had 5 sessions a month. Okay.
Wow.
5 things we taught. And what made it fun was that my then 14-year-old son, who's 28 now, would take the questions from everybody, read them to me, and then I'd answer. I quickly learned, though, that the reason most people dropped out was they just couldn't keep up, you know.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
you know, once I didn't do it, I realized how tired I was. So I'm big on, you know, limited small service delivery for us, and, you know, smaller service consumption for them. So we could do a couple of things. Those 7 styles of weaving, um, you know, they could be 7 different sections in your
Mhm.
website,
Sure.
in your membership, and all the different subtopics that we'll create around here can be a separate topic. And so your membership site can consist of many mini courses, mini courses with all those little things, maybe designed from a main course and pulling each module out or whatever.
Sure.
Okay. And a really cool model is to just, when somebody comes into membership, they get all those courses. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, and then your service delivery could be really small. I mean, you could have, let's, the biggest it would need to be is 1 live training a month that you could turn into another course, and then
Sure.
1 live Q&A a month. And you know, you can do it with just sending them or creating the course and letting them know about it, or sending them a instructional PDF and then do a Q&A. I know people that just do the, you know, it's an evergreen instructional thing. And, you know, if Sally buys it Friday, Sally starts there. If Jimmy buys it Thursday, then Jimmy starts the whole process there. So any one of those jump out at you as a
Yeah.
favorite?
Yeah, that all sounds really good. That's kind of what I was thinking of doing. So yeah, I could do one, like you said, I could do one on each one.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And mix and match and play with it. And, you know, what I learned from doing that, one of those first ones, besides that much service delivery burns you out, um,
Mhm.
is that the people that have been with me, my main membership, which is now Content Profit Nation, has been Results Now, Insider Circle. It's been content, renegade, all kinds of stuff. As we grew and my focus grew, and now Content Profit Nation will be what it is because the whole focus is making money with this
Right.
stuff. My point, and I do have one, is that um, a membership can grow and change and shift um, as you learn more about it, and most people will follow that.
Mhm.
You know, you can do surveys and talk about where you're going and what they prefer and that kind of thing. So, you know, however we start off with your membership, you're not totally locked in. You can play with it. You can have, you know, occasional bonus trainings. Um, is there any such thing as a wicker season?
Um, well, people use it a lot in the summertime.
Okay.
But for the people that do the repairs, the winter is the best time because that's usually when they can be indoors. They want to be indoors and they can do the restoration work in the winter time when people aren't really using their work furniture that much.
See,
So,
that's going to
so
make it
from
even
both sides.
better for you. Okay, that's going to make it even better for you because, like, when somebody asks me what's your favorite season, my answer always is the one I'm in.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I get funny looks, but you know, I figure why wait to be only happy only 1/4 of the year?
Right, right.
And so what you can do with the people that are going to be, um, you know, using wicker in the spring, you can prepare them for that. Um, in the summer, teach them, and then in the fall, get them ready for when they're going to be inside working on it. And then in the winter, do that. So, I mean, you've got year-round topics and specials you can do from this. And then the other thing that's important is, we'll start off with one course you've already created or creating another one or both. And my rule is all roads lead to the membership. Okay? And so, a good percentage of people that take courses wind up in the membership, usually roughly around a third or more.
Okay.
And then for something like this, we were talking earlier about all the different models. Liz Wilcox, a $9 model, Cindy Starr, the $47 model. I'm thinking to start with this because I want you to get buying behavior is somewhere in between those two numbers, 9 and 47, and make it for the first 25, 50, 100 people that come in, right? And so they get to be founding members with all the privileges and some extra stuff, and that price will stay the same forever. And then like Cindy's, I think she started out at 25. And you can't go much lower than Liz's, so she started at 9. And so the ascension model is, and this is just one blog post, and then all these different ways of driving traffic. You've also got a lead magnet that's free that teaches people. Excuse me, I'm gonna drink water. Oh, it's taken me about a couple weeks to recover from my second bout with COVID.
Wow.
I bounced back real quick the first time, but this time the fatigue lasted all week. So
that's too bad.
Lingering cough that is part summer cough and part that. So forgive me. And so again, all roads lead to the membership. The freebie, people can go from there to the variety of courses, to the membership site, etc.
Okay.
And so what this means is you have the beginning of an empire here, Cathryn.
I do serve two different kinds of people, though, too.
Okay.
I serve the ones that are repairing the furniture,
Right.
but then I also serve the ones that are the customers that have the furniture.
Okay.
And they don't want to, well, I guess I shouldn't preface like that, but most of them, I don't think the customer ones want to learn so much about the chair caning and the other types of seat weaving as the ones that are doing the repairs already.
Right.
So how can I make that membership work?
Excellent question. You can start that all the way back on a website, and my original mentor, Tom Antian, calls it separating them at birth. Okay. And saying you want to work on wicker or you want to sit on wicker. Have some fun with the language, right?
That's good. Yeah.
And people can click on the work side or on the sit side.
Sure.
And then in the membership, there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can have 2 separate memberships for each. Okay. But that's more, service delivery. If we're going to use Venn diagrams here, okay, there's the repair people and the sit people. Okay. Yeah. How much do those cross over?
Not much.
Not much. Okay. So you may need to go back to the original website, separating them at birth, and then they follow a trail of courses to the membership and a trail of courses to the people that like to sit on wicker. And because of that, we'd probably keep this model really low service delivery. Good stuff. But if you're going to be doing 2, you want to make it even smaller. And what we can do is some research, and find out, where the most hungry people are, and build that one first. And you may be totally happy with that, not even have to build a second.
Sure.
Because, like I said, I'm big on service delivery, and supposed to enjoy this and not, burn out on it, right?
Right.
So you getting a glimpse of the future here?
Yeah. This has been very helpful.
That's what I want. Any other questions?
No, that pretty well does it. I've got my work cut out for me, though.
Well, you do, and we'll talk about us working together when we're done here. So, Cathryn, thank you for being here, being a great guest, and bringing us great stuff. I mean,
Thank you, Jeff.
it's an unusual niche, and that makes it more fun. And so, folks, if you want to sit in Cathryn's seat, not at her home with a really cool background, but in your own place, there's a link right down below, jeffherring.com/profit. Right now, those are either bonuses with courses or free. Okay. Very soon, probably this month, I'm going to start charging for seats. So if you want one, get in there now. Save yourself probably $97. All right. Again, Cathryn, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. And sure. And to everybody that's watching either live or on the replay, a lot of places you could be online. Chose to be with us. Always appreciate that. And until next time, you know what to do. Go use this stuff.